Good evening, Schuco and Tin Toy fans. This is a Tin Meister once more with 3 different Schuco cars to review. They're all in the same family. This is a Schuco 5340 Electro alarm car made from 61 through 66. The Schuco 5340/1 Electro alarm car based on the Opel Admiral made from 67 through 69. And finally, the Schuco 5309 Electro Furlenk Auto in German, Auto, based on the Opel Admiral from 67 to 69. And here are the 3 cars. The oldest one is the gray and white car, and then the other 2 were built about the same time. So for many years I thought these 2 cars were made out of plastic. I thought the bodies were plastic, but they're not. They're actually metal. Very good metal work. So here we take a look at the Electro Furlenk Auto remote control car, or control car, 5309. There's the controller, and it controls the electrical, stop and start, and reverse, and also the steering. Pretty advanced. So now it's out of the box, so we can take a look at it. Here's the bottom of the car. Furlenk Auto control car 5309, made in Western Germany. Pretty good metal work, actually very good metal work. Look at the door handles are actually separate metal pieces attached to the body. Right there's a remote control port. And there's a broken mirror. I got to get a new mirror for this car. 5309. And there's a start and stop switch on the back. As I understand it, Furlenk means remote control. And this car has 3 AA batteries. The other 2 have 2 C-type batteries. 5309, there's start and stop. The 3 AA batteries will give it 4.5 volts of power, the same as an Schuco and some other models by Schuco. So unlike the Schuco, the batteries are actually in the car, which makes it a lot easier to operate. So I'm not sure what was so intriguing about the Opel Admiral, but here is a photograph of a real one. And it does look like that car. It looks like sort of like a Chevy Chevelle. Here are the other 2 cars. They're both numbered 5340. And I don't quite understand why Schuco didn't give the 5340/1 a totally different number, because they're very different cars. Although they operate the same way and they both have sirens and so on. But they're very different, as you can well see from this. Look at the back, look at the license plate, 5340. Both of them. The only place you can tell is on the box. It says 5340/1. So that must have played havoc with the retailers. Here's some photos of the boxes. So let's take one out of the box and see what it looks like. Here's the 5340/01. Here's the top of the box. Ta 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 means ring ring ring, or siren siren siren, or something like that. There's some contemporary old timers to buy from Schuco back in the day. I think this should have had some pylons with it, but I don't have those. I have it for other models, but not for this one. So there's the 5340-1. And again, that's all metal. Sure looks like plastic when you first see it. 5340 alarm car, made in Western Germany. If we open up the battery compartment, we can see there's supposed to be 2 C-type batteries in there. So again, here's the rear of the car, 5340. There's the on-off switch again. Take a look at the interior. It's got a rear view mirror, steering wheel, seats. Pretty cool. There's the port for the remote control. So let's move on to the original 5340. Actually, my favorite of all 3 cars. Here's the box. Got some pretty cool graphics on it. And there she is. Note that the antenna on this one has a white tip. The other car does not have a white tip. There's no tip at all. Here's the bottom. Schuco electro alarm car 5340, made in Western Germany. And again, this one would have 2 C-type batteries in it. All metal, of course. And there's remote control port. Front grille. Kind of a 2-tone paint job. That's pretty cool too. 5340. So how do you tell them apart? Well, it's pretty easy to tell them apart once they're out of the box, but who knows? Oh, there's the port for the battery charging. You can do that on this car. You can't do it on the other cars, but you could do it on this car. You could charge up the rechargeable batteries. The 5340 original. Okay, let's take a look at how it works. There's the 5340. Now let's take a look at what it looks like when it's disassembled and understand what makes it go and what makes it stop. Here we go. So let's take a look at some components on this car. First of all, there's the switch. You've seen that in the rear of the car. And then on the right-hand side, that's the siren, that red arrow right there. And finally, the blue arrow denotes the controller for the siren and the light. Very ingenious. There's a couple pictures of the inside of the body. Still the body. There's the siren. The siren is controlled by a special little piece there. Okay, so you turn it on. The first thing, it turns on the drive motor. The toy is up on a stand so you can see how it all works. Next as it goes, turns the lights on, and it blinks. And the final third area is the is the siren. So what makes the light blink and the siren sound like that? Well, let's take a look. That red and white rotating drum actually does it. So here we go. The red and white rotating drum has contacts on it that control the blinking light and the siren. The forward one controls the light and the rear one controls the siren. So go to the siren. Look carefully at that little swiping thing there. That picks up the electrical current and transmits it to the siren. Very ingenious. There it is. So the front one controls the light and the rear one controls the siren. Here's the drive motor controlling the wheels, and there's the charging port for the batteries. Then we'll take a look at the remote control post where you plug that in and you can control the car from there. So we looked at 3 cars today, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. From 1961 all the way through 1969, these are 3 cars of the same family. The alarm car, my goodness. So that's it for this episode of Tin Meister. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any comments or questions. And we're going to be moving on to other cars and different airplanes and boats and all kinds of stuff later. Thank you very much. Good night, everybody. Tin Meister out.